Happy Memorial Day, guys. Welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. As I look back on my life, the times that I was sad, I was feeling depressed, anxious, doubt, worry, fear. Remembering these times, it was like there was always a lack of control on my part. And it was a lack of meaning also. I felt life was meaningless. So by it being meaningless, that sort of gave me a lack of control because I just didn't care. I didn't see the purpose of life, so why should I care? What is there for me to do? By me not doing anything, by me not stepping up to this sort of game of life, life is sort of like a game. It's this dominance hierarchy. There's there's levels to this shit, right? Meek Mills. There's levels, and you start pretty much as a man lower on that totem pole. You try to notch your way up, and it's fun. It can be a lot of fun, but it gets a little weird when you start seeing it as a game and you're like, shit, I don't know if I want to play this anymore. Then life can suck. See, but I was determined not to give in to that. I was determined not to give in to that void and just use that as an excuse. Life is meaningless. I'm not going to play. I'm checking out. I'm done. I'm just going to remain sad, and you know what? I'm going to exist. Fuck that. I made it up to myself. It's like, I'm going to find meaning. You know, I can tell one day I'm going to die. One day my body will rot in a grave. But for now, I am going to compete. I am going to make meaning in this life. I'm going to play this game because it's fun and it's rewarding. And yeah, it's painful. But what is pain, man? Pain. You need the pain to feel the pleasure. And so what ends up happening, I think, it just like if you look at a rich society, affluent societies, you have these rich, but then what about the poor guy? You know, the hobos on the street, imagine them. That can't be that far away from the depressed person. Someone that's depressed has got to be feeling that he's very low on the game. He's the new Skyrim character. He's stepping up to the plate for the first time. Little to no skills. He's got to forge his way. He's got to mine the caves. He's got to build up his skill level. And it's sort of like us. It's like that can be kind of depressing when you don't feel like you have any control or influence, or it's hard to sort of take the resources that you have at hand and make something of the world around you. You decide either, okay, time to get started, time to work my way up, or just lay down and rot and then get by just by the little things that provide some sort of stimulation to me right now. Okay, so you see a lot of people living like that, and they mask the depression. And it's easy when you're in this state to get you'll notice people speaking in complete desperation, like, I'm losing my shit, what the fuck is the point of all this? You hear them just make these, I'm trying to figure the right word here, but everything is so bad. This sucks, life sucks, fuck relationships, not worth the time. It's like, look man, whenever you're going through something, you don't want to talk like that to yourself. You don't want to think everything is complete shit, because it's not the way it is. And when you keep talking like that, you program your mind not to seek a problem, not to solve a problem. You're like avoiding the problem by just saying that fuck all this. Life is shit. I'm so depressed. What's the point? It's like, look, narrow it down to the smallest thing that you could be doing. So if your room is dirty, clean it. If you haven't brushed your teeth, brush them. If you haven't flossed and you got shit in between your teeth, begin to floss. It's like that's how you take some sort of control. In a relationship, part of the reason people get married, you commit a vow. If you didn't have this vow, it's like you could just break up whenever. So saying I'm going to be with you in sickness, in health, till death do us part, it's like, even though we fucking fight, let's figure it out. Because eventually you're just boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm not saying you should get married, by the way, don't rush into that. But you could always have the opportunity to break up. Like, fuck this, I can't do it anymore. Okay, so like if you want to fix something, it's this process of learning how to do that, how to solve a problem, and you solve a problem by learning the very base, the very simple steps of how to do something. Okay? So you want to break it down for yourself to get out of this rut. And yeah, guys, I mean, I know how it feels. I just watch your mind, watch the mental chatter in your brain, the talk that you're having. Get the fuck out of there. And we move on. Looking at us young guys, probably in our 20s, I know some of you 16. I think the average Monk-Mo tribe range group is probably 15 to 25. You know, a couple different ends of that spectrum. We don't always know what to do. What the fuck are we doing with our life? I think that you need to level. You need to have different options. You need to spread yourself out a little bit. Now look, my girlfriend sees other people that have become doctors and she says, man, I really want to be a doctor. It's like, do you really? Do you really want to be a doctor, or are you just saying that because the prestige and the honors that come from being a doctor or surgeon or what the fuck ever that is prestige? Maybe your family's been telling you go to school. It's like, why? Because if you are going to do that, if you're going to end up stepping up and playing this game, you go to school, you become you have now this presence in the world. It's like, that's what you're going to do. Do you want to do that? You got to go balls to the wall, 60, 70, 8-hour weeks, studying your ass off. Is it worth it? I think a lot of guys, they find pride in that. They think that like a sense of mastery is the way to go. And I don't know. It's different, definitely for each of us, because we all want to be whole at the end. You would think that we want a good life. There's different needs. We have to meet different needs. We want love. We want friends. We want maybe even children one day. We want a house. We want leisure time. We want to have fun and exercise and enjoy life. We also want to be passionate about something. So you sort of have to begin to weigh the odds. What is it that I'm doing now? Because look, man, you're going to be a scientist. You're going to be a scientist. You got to commit fully to that. And so a lot of us talk up this game. It's like, yeah, I'm going to medical school, but that's what you're doing. So you got to be the top. If you really want to be good, you got to be at the top 10, 15%. Okay? A lot of us aren't going to get there. It takes way too much time. It's not fulfilling. Why would we want to keep going? And so what is better is finding a few things in life that you're good at, and you combine those. You combine those set of skills that leads you to a very fulfilling life. Like you can get a ton of friends, and you can have all this extra free time, and you can work a job that you love or start your own online business. Like there's so many opportunities. So it seems like the road these days, and you guys don't have to agree with me by any means, and I'm not bashing doctors, dentists, whoever. It's like that's a very honorable profession to be in. If you're going to do that, you help a lot of people. But it's cool to be able to know, get good at other things and try to experiment and see what you like. Don't let someone tell you this is the route you need to go. Question yourself why you want to go there in the first place. And I think that sense of wholeness, again, is what we want, man. Probably all want a family. It's probably in us all to sort of want that communion with other people, to care about someone eventually more than ourselves, and pass on our DNA and our genetics to further the world. And yeah, man, but it starts again back to the bottom. It's like you can worry about this later, but it sucks to be in a place where you just hate everything. And to get out of that spot, you need to start at a small level of taking these baby steps. Look, I love this. This is by the Realized Man. He's like, it is your birthright to walk. Like, every baby learns how to walk unless they're handicapped or they come out, crippled, deformed. You have a right to walk. You're going to learn how to walk eventually. And so, you need to start by crawling. Don't run before you walk. Don't walk before you crawl. Bring it back to a point where you can take actionable steps today. See, we get caught up in these fantasies and these anxieties of what the world is like, and we haven't even stepped out of our fucking house, man. It's like we gotta stop fooling ourselves. We're doing it because we're not taking any action. So begin now. Happy Memorial Day, bros. Join the Monk Mode tribe if you haven't already. We're about to hit 700 members. Look for a link below. Please subscribe. Namaste. Peace.